Welcome everyone to our third episode of the Industry Presents, where today we want to look at some of the economic institutions that exist across Europe. We'll be starting today not with the European Union institution, but with EFTA, the European Free Trade Association, currently comprising of Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Switzerland. EFTA is a free trade association that was set up in the 1960s, essentially as a competitor to the European Economic Community. Originally the outer seven, comprising of 7 of the non-founding members of the European Union, were the members, as opposed to the inner 6 who joined the European Economic Community. Now, all of the members of EFTA are part of the European single market through different means. However, they do not constitute a customs union of their own. Countries may establish bilateral third-party relations with any other countries of their own desire. For now, there is no movement from any of the EFTA countries to join the European Union themselves, but many former members did, such as Austria, the UK, although of course left, Sweden and other of the members of EFTA. It's interesting to see such an organisation still around, and it does continue to cooperate very intensively within the member states of their own, and it also constitutes part of, as mentioned, the European single market. The European single market is one of the largest markets on earth, constituting all of the 27 EU member states, all of the 4 EFTA member states, and to a limited capacity, countries that have signed association agreements or deep and comprehensive trade agreements with the European Union. The single market is based upon 4 main freedoms: freedom of goods, capital, labour and services. These are known as the 4 freedoms and really underpin a huge amount of the European Union's work. We'll be moving on next, although digitally, to another important part of the European economic zone and existence, and that is of course the euro. So join us virtually when we go to Frankfurt to talk with the European Central Bank. The European Central Bank. We can't be there in Frankfurt right now, but here's its headquarters. It is run by Christine Lagarde, former French central banker, and it is one of the world's most important central banks, constituting essentially the main governing body for the euro. The euro is a single currency adopted by 19 member states of the European Union and some other countries such as Montenegro, who are not currently members of the European Union, although I'm sure in a few years that might indeed be corrected. It is the second largest reserve currency in the world, currently used by 343 million European Union citizens, and very much is one of the most important activities of the European Union. Now, the euro was introduced in 1999, with the European Central Bank being created only 1 year beforehand and taking over from the European Monetary Instrument. It was a big part of the Maastricht Treaty's ever closer integration in 1992-3. In 1998, the European Central Bank was created with the sole permission to print and regulate euro currency and notes and be the main central bank of the Eurozone itself. In 1999, the euro was first used for accounting services, and as of nowadays, 343 million European Union citizens use the euro as their main currency. Now that concludes our little bit on the European Central Bank. Next we're going to look briefly at the European Economic and Security Committee, which constitutes one of the civil society links between the EU and others. Rounding out today's episode, looking at the economic institutions of the European Union and the single market, we have the European Economic and Social Committee. Now this committee was founded in 1958, a year after the Treaty of Rome, to work with trade unionists and economic actors in civil society all over Europe to help establish the single market. Since then, and since the Treaty of Maastricht, it's had a lot more of an important role with civil society, and it very much sees itself as a link between the European Union and organised civil society. It shares the building with the Committee of the Regions, which also does a lot of these activities on a regional basis and helps to work with the European institutions to maintain a solid, functioning economic and social community. We hope you enjoyed this third episode of the Industry Presents. Thanks once again to our editor Napisa Suvanatat and the rest of the Institute team. Please do follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram LinkedIn and Twitter, and of course our website, where you can find more of our articles about the single market, about economic integration, and more. We also have a podcast and journal, and look forward to seeing your comments, feedback on the video. Please like and share, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.